When we talk about dimensions, fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on, it is imperative that we consider by default that all dimensions we can possibly think of need to be in an environment of third dimension, which is the dimension we are used to live in this planet for so long. Second important aspect is that from the moment this universe was created, all its conditions allow all possible derivations. What does this mean? It means one of the possible universes in this now is me talking to you, and there can be infinite possibilities regarding who I am in this universe on this precise moment. And all those possibilities are as real as this moment which I am living now. At the fourth dimension, we have added to the third dimension another dimension. That is why we come from the third to the fourth. The dimension we have added to the third dimension, scientists call it time. I rather call it imagination. That is what gives us the will to travel and project our spiritual selves into another realm or another realms. That is the best definition for the fourth dimension regarding spiritual beings. To project the self and to travel. We do that travel through the astral realm, not through another higher level like the Buddhic level or spiritual level of travel. It has to be done through the travel of the astral realm, because this new extra dimension of time or imagination, it's fixed and do not give us the freedom to move. At the fifth dimension, we add to the fourth dimension another dimension of time, which is imagination. But now this extra level, this extra dimension, allow us to move back and forth. That's why we see things in a different way. We see things in a different energetic level than before. We have more freedom, but we do not see all possible realities for our universe. At the sixth dimension, we have added another dimension. This one allows us to fly. We get the awareness of other realms. It is like we do not touch the ground, although we touch it. And in fact, several beings nowadays are talking about the fact that they feel lighter and they have the third eye always above than it used to be. They can see higher. Higher, when we use this word, we are talking about more subtle, more sublime energies. At the sixth dimension, you have the power to observe. So you can be aware of all possibilities of this universe. That is what that word fly means. As you fly higher, as you rise above, you can see more possibilities. At the seventh dimension, wow, you can be aware of worlds that hadn't the same beginning. It means that we aren't talking about our universe and the conditions that made it possible. We are talking about other universes which began with different conditions. This is a kind of scientific approach I am using, but I want with this you to understand the differences and limitations of each dimension you go through. Spiritual, you are becoming more lighter, and more powerful in the sense of using easier the energies. And in fact, as you rise, it becomes easier to understand the language of energetic dimensions. And once we understand that they are all part of the universe, and we as beings, which are used only to a physical reality, have to fully get the power that comes with a leap of frequency. We receive it and feel different. The extent of that leap is only for us to see. We can understand where we are or where we are heading to. Each dimension has several levels of progress, and in each of them we feel more aware of the whole. Depending on how we vibrate, integrate, and keep ourselves steady, we can work our own energy to propel us further and further. Do not forget that we can only do it as a complete being by healing constantly and improving constantly and growing in all ways. Our whole self is to rise together. Our whole self, it is not parts, and all parts must correlate and connect in a loving way, so the ascension moves further. Ultimately, it is not about dimensions, because ultimately the dimensions are only a consequence of our inner work, and also a consequence of the collective and Gaia working together. So now we are all getting used to having more energetic levels rather than only the 3 physical dimensions that we are used to. So this is a process of discovering, and we are discovering all together. This is such a beautiful journey, and I am blessed to be part of it, to be part of this collective, and I love you, really, really.